Hey guys, how are you all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. Today what I have for you guys is another movie review. This one is a little bit inconspicuous, but still conspicuous enough. It came out in 1988, and it is a Marvel movie that I picked up from the exchange. Great place to go. I got it for $1, and it is called Return of the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, this was a thing. That's Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk. They actually spray painted his body green, and they couldn't have CGI, so they just had to get a really big dumb dude to play Hulk, I guess. And there's Thor. Can't tell. It's really dumb looking, so I had to pick it up. And I watched it the other night, and 94 minutes of fun, actually. If I'm being honest with you guys, I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to do it. I really enjoyed this. Now, there are some negatives which I'm going to delve into first. For example, is the way it's shot. Most movies have a specific way of sort of looking. You know, like you look at this movie and you go, oh, that's a professionally made movie, right? And then you watch a sitcom on one of those Hallmark channels, not dishing any of those, or bashing those, but, you can tell when you watch something like that, a cheaper made product of a show or whatever it is, it looks different than a blockbuster movie. And that's what I'm trying to get at here, is that this movie is shot like that, like not really a well-done thing, and it just doesn't look professional. And it is a movie. I mean, I don't know if it was like, I wasn't behind the scenes when this was made, but it looks like it should be a normal movie. And, it doesn't feel like it. It's not shot like a normal movie is. Even because 88, the next year, 89, Batman, Tim Burton came out. And that looked professionally done like a movie. You know what I'm saying? You'll know what I'm saying if you're a big movie buff. So that's the first negative. The second is the music. Now, of course, I can't say that much because it was made in the 80s, but specifically when there were action scenes playing, it sounds weird even back then. I mean, especially now, but even back then, it must have been a little strange. I mean, come on. It's just like really groovy during an action scene. And then, of course, the third, probably the worst thing about it, is just the way that it's portrayed. Now, what do I mean by portrayed? Because that's a little bit strange. I mean the slow motion portrayed. Because this is extremely weird. And I know some movies to this day do this, especially, shows and stuff like that, but back then, especially for this, oh my god, I mean, it is so slow motion, it's unreal. I mean, when Lou Ferrigno turns into, Bill Bixby, David Banner, turns into the Hulk, it shows him roaring like that, for like 18 seconds of just him roaring in slow motion, and it's very strange, and it's cool for the first second, but then after like 35 hours of watching him go, it's so annoying, and it doesn't let up. And specific fight scenes are good too, but some fight scenes just really drag on because they're in slow motion and blah blah blah. So those are really the biggest negatives, is the music, the fight scenes in slow motion, and the way it's shot. Other than that, this is actually a really well-made Marvel movie. The acting is superb for being 88. Now, of course, plenty of good 80s movies came out with great acting that still hold up today. And, of course, oddly but true, this is one of them. It's friggin' awesome, the acting. Of course, the plot is actually pretty decent, too. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And, of course, this is kind of weird, but it's actually kind of cool. This movie, kind of like a bunch of movies that we've had, right? The Lego Ninjago movie, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Star Wars The Last Jedi. All those movies are amazing. Especially this one, though, Return of the Incredible Hulk. Forgot the name of it. Because it took liberties. Just like 89 Batman Tim Burton, right? That movie was a little bit different than the origin story that we know and love. And that's fine, because it was a good movie. This did that as well. David Banner, of course we know him as Bruce Banner, but now Bruce is his middle name, so we got David Bruce Banner. And of course Donald Blake, who many of you comic book fans know as of Thor, his alter ego. Basically, in the older comics, when Thor would smash a tree branch or something, some kind of wooden stick to the ground, he would turn it to Donald Blake, which is, of course, still Thor, but it's like Earth version. It's kind of like Bruce Wayne and Batman, if you want to think about it, or Green Arrow and Oliver Queen, Clark Kent, Superman, those types of things. And it worked in the comics, but they changed it in this one, so now David Bruce, his buddy, who is actually a pretty comedic character, actually takes Mjolnir, like he finds Mjolnir in a cave in this like little tomb of Thor, basically. Or of someone. Probably Odin. I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention to that scene. But David's, or Bruce's friend, finds Mjolnir, and basically he goes like, Odin! And he, this cheap-looking lightning comes out, and Thor shows up. But of course, if you know what I'm saying, his buddy is Donald Blake, and Thor is a completely different person. So they changed that. That's fine, though. I mean, again, this movie actually was funny at times, and it had good action, had a good plot, had great acting. I mean, not amazing, but it had good for the time. I thought it was going to be really bad, because I just came out of seeing Batman 66, which that review is on YouTube, so go check that out, guys. That acting's pretty horrendous. But this is actually pretty good. So I picked it up for $1 at the exchange, like I said, and 94 minutes of fun, like I said in the beginning. I really did enjoy this. I'm going to have to give it a B+. There aren't too many things wrong with it, but again, the music is a little strange, and the slow motion really doesn't do it because I overuse it, and of course, just, I don't know, the way it was shot, it just didn't really make sense to me. But anyway, if you guys see this online and it's cheap, pick it up. If you guys like Marvel, if you like cool action movies, it's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's something. And again, guys, that is my review. So please subscribe for more content, like, and leave a comment below if you saw Return of the Incredible Hulk, or if you plan on seeing it, because it's actually worth your time. Actually, that's crazy, but it is. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great one.